nice laugh, are you?
Australian legends!
Hey! Sir, can you knock?
What's up, everyone? Adam from FWCI. This is Clue from 1985, I think it is. Let's go with 1985. I was born in 1986, so that gives you an idea of like how old I was when this movie came out. -1. Now, I do distinctly remember seeing this in the video shop, and I do distinctly remember renting it, and I do distinctly remember being very bored with it very quickly. I don't know what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more like the board game, which I'm a gigantic fan of. The only thing I remember from it is Miss White, because in the board game where I live, Miss White is a chunky old lady with a, like, Mrs. Tea Kettle from, you know, Beauty and the Beast. The Mrs. White I remember from this as a 13-year-old boy renting this from the video shop was very different. Very different. So I'm looking forward to getting reacquainted with Miss White. But if you want a full-length version of this reaction, go to patreon.com/FWCI for $5 redos a month is all it costs. You can get early access to my movies, Brooklyn, Schitt's Creek, What We Do in the Shadows will be starting soon, and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. A lot of other... Alright, so just quickly, I literally today started using this AI music maker. People have different opinions on AI, I understand, but I do think there's fun to be had with this, and I've had it for 2 hours and I'm getting quite good at using it, and it's just on my mind right now. So at the end of this, I'm gonna make some AI songs about the movie Clue, based on who I love, who I don't like, whatever. Stick around for that, because these things are absolutely amazing. I love them. But let's jump into the movie. This is Clue. So as a young man, I would call this Cluedo. That's how it's branded in Australia. But I used to read the books for Clue. There were these like little mystery books. They would have like the answer upside down at the back of the chapter thing, and they were all like mysteries. Loved them. Loved those books. Ooh, Tim Curry. Madeline Kahn. Rings a bell? Christopher Lloyd! Great Scott, Marty! Michael McKean. Never heard of you. Martin Mull. Never heard of you. Not great with the MMs. Leslie Ann Warren. The Law. Haven't heard of you either. Colleen Camp. Nope. Leaving. Is that a joke? Like someone's leaving? It's a long intro, isn't it? For an hour and 30 long movie, we're going to have 5 minutes of cars driving up to the mansion and credits. So in the books that I used to read, the person who died, who would always get murdered at the end, and then it turns out that he was alive so you could have another book, was Mr. Boddy. I don't know if that's just a book thing or if that's got something to do with like the greater lore of Clue/Cluedo. Okay. What's up with these dogs? They are ready. I mean, they're guard dogs, I guess, but don't guard dogs still usually love the person that brings them a bone? He stepped in the shit. Well, why are you not endeared yourself to these dogs? They're good boys, both of them. 1954, okay. Hello, Miss White, I see you. Having a great time there, shining your wine glasses.
Is everything ready?
Oui, monsieur.
You have your instructions.
Go on. Yeah, you're trumping dog shit through the house, man.
Dinner will be ready at 7:30.
Who's she? Knife-wielding chef.
So you are expected, Colonel.
Oh, it's the mustard man.
You may well feel obliged to my employer for the use of an alias.
Oh, there are aliases in this one. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting way to sort of set the scene and the difference in the movies and the game and stuff.
Do come in, madam. You are expected.
Do you know who I am?
Only that you are to be known as
Miss
Mrs.
Scarlet.
White.
Yes.
Oh, that's Mrs. White.
It said so in the letter. But why?
Oops, I thought the maid was Mrs. White. See, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this. I like this running gag of everyone checking their shoes. Peacock, I see you there.
That's where I'm going. I got a letter like this.
And this is Mrs. Peacock.
How do you do?
Yvette, will you go and check the
Wait, that's Mrs. Peacock? Oh my god, I don't know who any of these people are. I'm just gonna stop guessing. Somebody will be in the comments going, oh, why do you keep trying to guess? You don't get it right. Shut up. Trying my best.
Is this the right address to meet Mr. Boddy?
Oh, you must be Mr. Green.
Yes.
The body is in this.
No.
Dude. So this means Plum and Scarlet. Of course, Miss Scarlet was the one shaking her ass on the roadside. Doesn't sound good, but that's what happened.
Why is the car stopped?
It's frightened.
The fact that none of them are in the colours of the little game pieces is really throwing me off. That's probably why I didn't like it as a kid. It's like 20-something years later, it was still the same boat.
What a godforsaken place.
Hey!
I didn't realize you were acquainted.
We weren't.
Plum was doing his best to get acquainted.
Dinner. I'm sorry. I'm a little accident prone.
So that's Reverend Green is accident prone, or Mr. Green, I guess.
This place for you?
Oh, indeed, no, sir. I'm merely a humble butler.
What exactly do you do?
I buttle, sir.
Which means what?
So is this for our host?
No, sir, for the seventh guest, Mr. Boddy.
I thought Mr. Boddy was our host.
Yeah. So I don't know. What's going on here? I don't know what I've seen her in, but I've seen her in something else, and she was great in it.
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing here, or what I'm doing here, or what this place is about, but I am determined to enjoy myself, and I'm very delicious, isn't it?
Way to break the ice there, Peacock.
I know who you are.
Aren't you going to tell us? How do you know who I am?
I work in Washington, too.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, so there's a lot of mystery on who knows who in this. Because Miss White and Colonel Mustard appear to know each other as well.
Just lies around on his back all day.
Sounds like hard work to me.
Gee. My God.
This is one of my favorite recipes.
I know, madam.
What the hell is going on here, Wadsworth? Speak up. What are you doing? You do more than buttle, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sure I don't know, but if I wasn't trying to keep the conversation going, then we would just be sitting here in an embarrassed silence.
God hell, Yvette.
I do know a little bit about psychological medicine, yes.
Alright.
WHO, the World Health Organization.
Well, what is your area of special concern?
Family planning. What about you, Colonel? Are you a real colonel?
This is very vast, all these different things.
You work for the United Nations. It's a government job. And the rest of us all live in a government town. Anyone here not earn their living from the government one way or another?
Wadsworth, where's our host and why we've been brought here?
Yeah, in that case, why did you all show up as well?
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Mr. Boddy?
Okay. They all seem to recognize him.
Because a Mr. Boddy will bring to an end a certain long-standing, confidential, and painful financial liability.
Okay.
Now, how did you know her name?
We know each other. Don't we, dude?
Hey, easy there, Mr. Boddy.
Please help yourself to brandy and be seated.
I see candlesticks. Has anyone got a piece of rope anywhere?
Why me? They know who I am?
I don't think so. You've never identified yourself to them, I believe.
It's a hoax. I suggest we all leave.
I'm sorry, sir, you cannot leave this house.
What?
All the windows have bars, all the doors are locked.
This is an outrage. You can't hold us prisoner.
That's very true. It's a conservatory, isn't it? Not looking too good. Scruffy in the conservatory with his teeth, because he's a good boy, I suspect.
Nobody could blackmail me. My life is an open book. I've never done anything.
We're all in the same boat, Peacock. So now we've got to find out what all their baggage and their blackmail material is. Christ.
You were once a professor of psychiatry, specializing in helping paranoid and homicidal lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Yes, but now I...
Whoa, okay.
What did he do?
You know what doctors aren't allowed to do with their lady patients?
Yeah.
Well, he did.
Yeah. I've had that vibe from him this whole movie.
But if the payment is delivered by slipping used greenbacks in plain envelopes under the door of the men's room, how would you describe that transaction?
That's it.
Oh.
I too am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
Me too.
And me.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed?
Oh, I'm being blackmailed, all right. But I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
Tell us about it, Miss Scarlet.
One of your clients?
Certainly not.
I was asking Miss Scarlet.
Well, you tell him it's not true.
It's not true.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
Ha ha! So it is true.
A double negative. And Colonel, you drive a very expensive car for someone who lives on a colonel's pay.
I don't. I came into money during the war when I lost my mommy and daddy.
You're a grown-ass man. You call him mummy and daddy.
Paying our friend the blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
Oh. Murder.
He didn't actually seem to like me very much. He had threatened to kill me in public. Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she meant he threatened in public to kill her.
He was always a rather stupidly optimistic man. I mean, I'm afraid it came as a great shock to him when he died, but he was found dead at home. His head had been cut off, and so had his,
What?
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
Jesus Christ, Miss Wyatt. How many husbands have you murdered? Just those two?
I work for the State Department, and I'm a homosexual.
Is that in the notes?
Keep it a secret or I will lose my job on security grounds.
Wow. Hello, 1985.
Well,
Casual homophobia. Classic.
He's the one who's blackmailing you all.
Please, don't do anything rough. Put him up. Put him no.
It's just turned into the Three Stooges.
Is that necessary, Mrs. Pike?
I think it was.
I have evidence in my possession, and this conversation is being tape recorded.
Point of order. Tape recordings are not admissible evidence.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yvette looks like she's having a nice time.
It's time.
I think I can help them make up their minds. Can I just get my little bag from the hall?
Why is this so theatrical? Boddy and Wadsworth are definitely in cahoots.
I enjoy getting presents from strange men.
Alright, Miss Scarlet, take it easy. What did you get? Oh, let's go. There's my notepad. So are these presents like... I was going to say something to do with the thing they're being blackmailed for, but the lead pipe doesn't make any sense. Being hard gay dick? I don't know. Yeah, Professor Plum got the best one.
He has the key to the front door. Which he said would only be open...
All feels like a big setup.
The only way to avoid finding yourselves on the front pages is for one of you to kill Wadsworth. Now.
How it happened, whether or not, like, based on how he died.
Oh, who had the gun?
I did.
Then you shot him.
I didn't.
Well, you had the gun. If you didn't shoot him, who did?
Did he die of a gunshot?
No gunshot wound. Somebody tried to grab the gun from me in the dark and the gun went off.
How does he just die like that? Did Yvette kill him with poison? Christ, that was a hell of a honk just there, Peacock.
Sit down. Sit down, Mrs.
I hope that's a reference to Airplane. Get on yourself!
Unless she dies too.
These morons running around the room like that. Yvette!
We are all looking at them. He's what Mrs. White said in the study. One of you is the killer.
How did you know he said that?
Our reasoning.
I mean, what was that accent? I was listening. What is your part in all of this, Wadsworth?
In fact, I wrote the letters. It was all my idea.
Wait a minute. I
knew he
don't
was.
understand.
But now what? Now I still don't understand.
When I said that I was Mr. Boddy's butler, this was both true and misleading. I was once his butler. He hated my wife for the same reason that he hated all of you. He believed that you were all thoroughly un-American.
He was such a patriotic American, why didn't he just report us to the authorities?
And he decided to put his information to good use and make a little money out of it. What could be more American than that? And to free all of you from the same burden of blackmail was to get everyone face to face, confront Mr. Boddy with his crimes.
Okay, I don't know how you landed on that outcome there, Wadsworth.
Maybe he wasn't one of us. Well, who else could it have been? Who else is in the house?
Only the cook.
The cook!
No. Yeah, she does have a very... But there's no blood. There's no cause of death. Poison? That's the best I got.
She's not here.
Oh.
I didn't do it!
Oh.
I just saw her eyes move, by the way.
It wasn't that bad.
How can you make jokes at a time like this?
It's my defense mechanism.
Some defense. If I was the killer, I would kill you next.
Hey, easy there with the threats, Mustardo.
Now, how many husbands have you had?
Mine or other women's?
Yours.
5.
5.
Yes, just the 5. Husband should be like Kleenex. Soft, strong, and disposable.
My God.
I suggest we take the cook's body into the study.
Where's Mr. Boddy gone?
Mr. Boddy's body, it's gone.
Maybe he wasn't dead.
He was.
We should have made sure.
How? By cutting his head off, I suppose.
That wasn't called for.
That was a great line, Peacock. Well done.
Maybe Mr. Boddy killed the cook.
Yes.
How?
It's a good question. Keep thinking about it, Green. You got this.
Oui, oui, madame.
No, I just want to powder my nose, thank you.
Zing. Well done.
Oh, how do you know what kind of pictures they are if you're such a lady?
What sort of pictures are they? They are my pictures, and I'd like them back, please.
No, I'm afraid there's something in them that concerns me, too.
Nobody can get into that position.
Sure they can. Let me show you.
Oh my God.
Get off me.
Professor Plum. Ah! Professor Plum's a creep. But now he's covered in blood.
I'll catch you. Fall into my arms. We're trying to find out who killed him, and where, and with what.
Get your notepads out, peoples.
I'm shouting! I'm shouting! I'm shouting!
Whoa. What the fuck happened to him? I literally looked away for like a split second and then he was knocked out.
Careful, don't get blood on the sofa.
How do we do this? The dagger will go further into her back.
Tip her forward over the arm.
Oh my God. Can we get Professor Plum away from the dead cook, please?
It was given to you.
Yeah, but I dropped it on the table. Anyone could have picked it up. You, him.
Look, we still have all these...
Should I have been paying way more attention to where all the fucking weapons went?
Let's put them all in this cupboard and lock it.
Good, thank you for doing that. Whoa! Who's this guy?
I was wondering if I could use your phone.
Just a minute. About this? The scowl on Mrs. White's face then.
Where's the key? Still wish me to the fair away?
Yes!
Oh, is that the key? Or is that a different key?
Oh, Wadsworth, I'll make you sorry you ever started this. One day when we're alone together.
Mrs. White, no man in his right mind will be alone together with you.
Oh.
So Miss White is obviously a low-key husband murderer. and it's just like played up for the laughs.
Look, I want a straight answer. Is there someone else or isn't there? Yes or no?
You're an idiot, Colonel. Jesus Christ.
Please!
Don't you think we should get that man out of the house before he finds out what's been going on here?
I don't know why that line delivery was so funny.
The police will be here by then, and there are 2 dead bodies in the study.
We split up and searched the house.
Split up.
Yes, we have very little time left, so we'll...
Miss Peacock, split up!
This is war, Peacock! Casualties are inevitable. You cannot make an omelet without...
Jesus Christ, mate.
But it is dark upstairs, and I am frightened of the dark. Will anyone go with me?
I will.
Plum, stay the fuck away from her. You too, Mustard.
The next 2 shortest together, agreed? And I suggest the 2 shortest search the cellar and so on up.
She looks like Sigourney Weaver. Like a lot.
Just come from the library and the stranger's locked up in the lounge.
Let's go in the billiard room again.
Why can we not let this stranger, like, I guess... Does he want to stay? Well, I don't know what he's doing. That stranger is a wild card. What the hell is he doing? Are you okay, Yvette? It is not cold. It is so dark upstairs. You will get scared.
Absolutely no.
I'm sure there's no one up there.
Then you go in front.
No, you can go first.
No, I insist.
No, I insist.
I don't actually... Who's going to be the killer? Who is it? Like, is it going to be one of these guys? Because we've got all these random other characters out there. I feel like... Would they designate one of the Cluedo characters as the killer in this movie? I guess it makes sense that they would. For some reason, haven't even put a second of thought into it. I think it's Miss White, for sure, then. She's definitely taken lives. She's so good. In the billiard room. Oh, God, I love that game. You guys gonna check out up the stairs? Christ, that that maid outfit she is wearing is barely covering things.
Search me.
Hey?
Get your mitts off me.
Jesus Christ, Colonel.
It's behind one of those curtains.
You look. I'll search the kitchen.
Dude, what happened to let's split up and hang out together? Oh, interesting. Oh, that is the guy's car. And whose beloved hand is this burning all the proof? Including Wadsworth's evidence. What's going on here, peoples? Oh, I knew it wasn't that key.
And one of them is my old boss from...
What? Old boss. Who does he have a connection with? Miss Scarlet. No. I don't know what he does on his weekends.
Oh my God!
In the lounge with the wrench. But everyone's accounted for. Oh my God.
Never mind about the key. Unlock the door.
I can't unlock the door without the key.
Yeah, Plum, what's your bloody problem?
It's no good. Stand back.
No!
There's no alternative. I'm just gonna have to break it down. Go.
Christ, that was a solid hit.
I've been shot.
Come out! The door is open!
Thanks for helping, Yvette, but holy shit. Oh yeah, by the way, this guy's dead.
It was unlocked!
Unlocked?
But yes, see for yourself!
Oh, now the gun is there. Yeah, who's got all the keys? Who is this mysterious person?
Maybe they'll just go away.
I have nothing to hide. I didn't do it.
That's a good point. Mr. Green is the only one that hasn't really done anything wrong at all.
Oh, would you be kind enough to wait in the library?
Sure.
Nice cover. Officer, you look like you have had a good, solid career. May you rest in peace at some point in this movie, I'm sure.
And obstructing an officer in the course of his duty and murder!
Oh!
What do you mean? Murder.
I just said it so you would open the door.
It worked.
Why is J. Edgar Hoover on your phone? I didn't know. He's on everybody else's. Why shouldn't he be on mine? Excuse me.
So wait, yeah, this is the 50s, so that's actual J. Edgar Hoover?
I don't think you should go in there.
Why not?
Because it's all too shocking.
God. What are these clowns gonna do to cover this? We can see the blood gushing out of his head. Oh my god. Why do I feel like it's not the first time she's done that? Holding her eyes open.
This man's drunk. Dead drunk.
Dead right.
You don't say. I can see why all of these people were susceptible to being blackmailed. They're all fucking idiots. Let's just put it simply.
Don't have to.
I don't.
Don't worry, there's nothing illegal about any of this.
Are you sure?
It's a big old swinger party.
It's a free country, don't you know that?
I didn't know it was that free.
Why did you lock him in again?
Why?
Finished searching the house yet? We're running out of time. Only 15 minutes before the police come.
Dumbass. Another secret passage. So I don't know who is doing it because they're all accounted for. They were all in pairs. The only one who disappeared for a while was Miss Peacock. Anyone else go off on their own? Maybe Miss Wyatt and Wadsworth got separated for a bit.
Don't you touch me!
It's a furnace, Miss Peacock. Calm down. But Yvette is afraid of the dark.
They know every inch of my body.
I knew that was a bullshit accent.
It's you!
Alright, now I'm in like detective mode.
And you're singing telegram.
So what are we up to now? Singing telegram, police officer, Mr. Boddy, the cook, and the stranger. It's like, what, 5? We're going to wind up they each did 1 each? Is that how it's going to work? And who knows the house enough to turn off the power like that? Wadsworth, I'm looking at you. Who killed Yvette? The same killer? Or is it multiple killers? How are they all not being blackmailed for murdering other people? Because they seem to have a lot of baggage. And that's a police officer. That's a big one.
2 murders.
Maybe 5.
6 altogether.
I reckon they all did 1 each. So, I mean, it'd be weird for something like this that the outcome is one of them is the murderer, because the characters are in such an even playing field. On the board game, I don't know, it just
know
sits
who did it.
weird.
You do? And furthermore, I'm going to tell you how it was all done. Follow me.
Alright, Wadsworth, what are you rapping about?
I asked you for your coat, and I recognized you as Colonel Mustard, and I prevented you from telling me your real name because I didn't want any of you to use any name other than your pseudonym, and I introduced myself to you as the butler, and I ran across the hall to the library!
Oh, God. Is this going to be like a 5-minute manic Tim Curry monologue?
And the doorbell rang, and it was Mrs. White looking pale and tragic, and I took her coat, and Mr. Boddy went to get his surprise packages from the hall. And you all opened your presents. Mr. Boddy switched out the lights. Ah!
Why is he going through this in this much detail?
Whoever grabbed the gun from me in the dark was trying to kill him. But remember what happened next. Mrs. Peacock took a drink.
You said, maybe it's poisoned. She screams.
She did scream like that.
I had to stop her screaming. Then more screaming. Maybe one of us was murdering the cook. Who wasn't here with us?
Miss Peacock.
They used this secret passage. And the murderer ran back down the secret passage to the study.
Is that where it comes out?
Yes!
This all just points to you, Wadsworth.
Don't be ridiculous. If I was the murderer, why would I reveal to you how I did it?
I don't know.
Did none of you deduce that the others were involved too?
No.
Whoever knew that the cook was involved killed her?
Yes.
You're doing better than me, Mustard.
What do you mean, don't deny it? I'm not denying anything.
Another denial.
Husband had an affair with her, but I didn't care. I wasn't jealous.
You knew Yvette too, didn't you?
Yes, she worked for me.
And you also knew her son. We've already established that you were one of Miss Scarlett's clients.
Those pictures to my dear old mother, the shock would have killed her.
Oh, that would have been quite an achievement since you told us that she's dead already.
Oh, you're a bullshit artist, Mustard.
Well, where is he?
Poor Green.
The murderer was in the secret passage. Meanwhile, Mr. Boddy...
Oh, that's right. I just remembered Cluedo has secret passages, doesn't it? Oh, doy.
I'm doing it! Will you stop that?
No.
No.
I didn't throw the key away. I put it in my pocket. And someone could have taken it out of my pocket and substituted another.
We were all in a huddle. Any one of us could have done that.
Precisely.
Miss Scarlet looked very guilty just then, by the way.
He's working on the secret of the next fusion bomb.
How did you know that?
Jesus, yeah, fuck.
Bad luck that that motorist arrived at that moment.
It wasn't luck. I invited him.
You did?
Of course, it's obvious.
It's not obvious. Fuck you.
He was my driver during the war.
And what was he holding over you?
He knew that I was a war profiteer.
So he killed the motorist.
I stole essential Air Force radio parts, and I sold them.
Dude, that's not good.
The cop was from Washington. He was on my payroll.
Oh, my God.
Oh, please.
Yeah, you can talk.
Telegram girl?
Just really annoying? Deserve to die?
She was my patient once.
Oh. I mean, shooting her at that point seems like overkill, doesn't it? Although, what was she about to say, I guess?
It was Colonel Mustard's suggestion.
And one of us got away from his or her partner.
I kind of like Miss Peacock.
So Yvette ran to the open cupboard, got the gun, and shot the door open. Bang! And then the doorbell rang.
What?
Oh, whoever it is, they gotta go away or they'll be killed.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand.
You ain't just whistling Dixie.
Armageddon is almost...
Our lives are in danger, you beatnik.
So which of us killed them?
None of us killed Mr. Boddy or the cook.
So who did?
The one person who wasn't with us. Yvette.
Yvette!
She was in the billiard room listening to our conversation.
Yvette.
Crept into the study, picked up the dagger, ran to the kitchen.
Yvette, of course.
So she hit him on the head with a candlestick and dragged him to the toilet.
Why?
To create confusion.
It worked.
To create confusion?
Under orders from the person who later killed her. Who?
Yeah, that's right. That was that interaction too.
Or an adulterous doctor. No. It was her employer, Miss Scarlett.
Oh.
How could I have known about the secret passage?
Easy. Yvette told you. So when we split up again, you switched off the electricity.
I don't know about this.
Opened the front door, recognized the singing telegram from her photograph, and shot her. Whoever has the gun is the murderer.
Brilliantly worked out, Wadsworth.
Whoa, Miss Scarlet, you bad bitch.
My business is secrets, and Yvette found them out for me. The secrets of Senator Peacock's Defense Committee Communism is just a red herring. Like all members of the oldest profession, I'm a capitalist.
That's true.
If it's revealed that you have been implicated not only in adultery with one of your patients, but in her death, and the deaths of 5 other people,
You don't know what kind of people they have, are they?
How is he implicated in that, though?
but you can pay me in government information. All of you.
Oh. Jesus, she is crafty.
There are no more bullets left in that gun.
Come on, you don't think I'm gonna fall for that old trick?
Oh, no, I think there is.
2 for the chandelier, 2 at the lounge door, and 1 for the singing telegram.
That's not 6.
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
There was only one shot that got the chandelier. That's.
Yeah, there, exactly. Pull the trigger, let's see what happens. Well apprehended, Wadsworth. Wow, Miss Scarlet is the murderer.
I'm only a guest.
I'm only a guest.
Where's the chief?
Sorry?
Don't hate me for trying to shoot you.
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
No.
And you see?
Yeah, 1 took down the chandelier. Really? That's how we're gonna... Oh, that's how it could have happened. Oh! Alternate endings?
In the dark. The murderer right across the hall to the study. Picked up the rope.
No shit. Let's go.
You murdered them all. You were the person who was missing when the cook and Mr. Boddy.
Peacock is the murderer now.
Favorite recipes. And monkey's brains, though popular in Cantonese cuisine, are not often to be found in Washington, D.C.
Is that what we ate?
Yeah, right?
Communism was just a red herring. Mrs. Peacock did it all.
Communism's always a red herring, is what I'm getting from this.
But the police will be here any minute. What happens then?
Why should the police come? Nobody's called them.
You mean...
Wait, really?
I suggest that we stack the bodies in the cellar, lock it, leave quietly one at a time, and pretend that none of this has ever happened.
That's a terrible plan.
For she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow.
Where's nobody can deny. This is awkward. This is awkward.
I told you I didn't do it.
You did say that.
My phone call from Mr. Hoover? I work for him, of course. How else could I have known everything about you all?
There's still one thing.
What? So which ending is the ending?
But is the FBI in the habit of cleaning up after multiple murder?
Yes. Why do you think it's run by a man called Hoover?
How did you know my name?
The kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Oh, FBI taking this one.
Like the Manties, we always get our man.
Mrs. Peacock was a man?
Oh, here's what really happened. Okay. Alright, fucking better be this time. Miss White, definitely.
Even psychiatrists can tell the difference between patients who are alive or dead. You fired the gun to...
Hey, that's a good point.
That's how you were able to kill him later, unobserved.
Oh.
You killed the cook. She used to be your cook, and she informed on you to Mr. Boddy.
They all get a kill.
Took the wrench, ran to the conservatory, entered the lounge.
Wasn't he with Miss Peacock, or...?
Blow on the head. Like that!
This is incredible!
Not so incredible as...
Who did you kill, Miss White?
Got the rope from the open cupboard.
And throttled Yvette.
You killed Yvette!
Stopping Yvette. That's why you killed him, too.
I hated her so much. It flames on the side of my face.
The cop whom she'd been bribing on the head with a lead pipe. True or false?
True. Who are you? Perry Mason.
You shot the singing telegram.
I didn't do it.
I shot her.
You?
Why didn't Professor Plum shoot her, though?
None of you even met him till tonight.
He's Mr. Boddy.
So who did I kill?
My butler.
Oh, shucks.
Your butler has got a mouth on him, Mr. Boddy.
This all has nothing to do with my disappearing nuclear physicist husband or Colonel Mustard's.
Red herring.
And you'll just go on blackmailing us all.
Of course. Why not?
Well, I'll tell you why not.
Mr. Green. Who do you work for? By the way, none of them had to kill anybody. they all made that choice.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a plant.
A plant? I thought men like you were usually called a fruit.
Very funny.
So Mr. Green wins, I guess. I always used to play as Mr. Green or Reverend Green. He was my guy, just because I like the color green.
But if you want to know who killed Mr. Boddy, I did. In the hall. With the revolver. Okay, Chief, take him away. I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Madeline Kahn as Miss White. She was amazing in this. She was fantastic. Christopher Lloyd was okay, even though his character was a skis. Mr. Green. The Colonel. Oh my god. That was so much fun. She was great as well. Okay, that was a very fun, silly, goofy movie. Thank you to my Patreon people for voting that one in. That was the monthly movie poll winning movie for this month. And that was so silly, so dumb, so fun, so like kind of involved as well. I wonder if that's one of those movies where you go back and you rewatch, you can actually see who was not there at certain times. Because I'm sure it's just good camera work and stuff like that to subvert the audience's attention away from something that would be a total giveaway kind of thing. So I thought it was a hell of a lot of fun. The three endings, that was an interesting way to do it, especially since one of them was Miss Scarlet, the other was Miss Peacock, and then the final one was they all got a kill with the exception of Mr. Green because he actually worked for the FBI and is going to go home to his heterosexual marriage. That's so weird. I think my favorite character from this, I think it might be Miss White. She was great. What do I know Madeline Kahn from? Oh, what? She's passed away. When did she die? 1997. Holy shit. What? She died young then. 57. Wow. What were you in, Madeline Kahn? Because you look really familiar. Great movie. Absolutely great movie. And yeah, I think when I rented this as a kid and didn't really like it, I think it's because none of the characters were wearing the color. I'm a very visual kind of person, just so you know. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm very curious to see how this goes. I've made a song in an AI song generator. The prompt that I typed in is a song about Miss White murdering her ex-husbands and strangling a vet for sleeping with her also murdered husband. What did it go? Intense dark haunting is the genre that it chose, so alright, hang on, let me fix this.
Jealousy consumed her, darkness in her soul. Miss White sought revenge for love she couldn't control. Her ex-husbands haunted her, the pain they caused inside, a rage that overwhelmed her, sanity defied.
Oh my god.
That was a temptress, her charm she'd often flaunt. She slept with the wrong man, her fate she couldn't taunt. Miss White's fury ignited, her vision turned to red. She sought to end the madness, no mercy in her head. Murder in the darkness, revenge a driving force. Miss White's deadly rampage, no remorse, no recourse.
Miss White's deadly rampage, no remorse, no recourse.
Jealousy consumed her, darkness in her soul.
No, that one's way too happy. I don't know, tell me what you thought about this song about Miss White murdering her husbands. And let me know in the comments who your favorite character was throughout this. Tim Curry is amazing, but all of the main 6 characters that they had in this, and Yvette as well, they were all really memorable and really fun to watch and had their own thing going on. And is it just me, or did this movie every now and then dip its toes into full-blown Three Stooges slapstick comedy, which it just came out of nowhere. It was, and I guess when you're making a show that's about murdering people, if you want to make it enjoyable and I guess presumably family friendly, you got to go with the light-hearted style, and I think it definitely worked in this one. But Let me know in the comments what you thought about this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Patreon.com/FWCI if you want to get early access and a bunch of other stuff. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends. See you in the next video. Peace.
Professor Plum with the candlestick in the ballroom. Oh, so quick. Mrs. White with the wicked grin with the